why don't I care about this huge industry and this huge part of our culture and something that everybody talks about? So a couple months ago, in a fit of hysteria, I stumbled upon an article that I related to so much so that it felt like the author had looked inside of my mind. The article is a 2014 HuffPost article titled, "There are two people, those who remember movies and those who don't." You're gonna want to get your popcorn for this one. So in it, the author is talking about her experience at a Midwest supper club. She says, "At our corner table, we ordered 12-ounce ribeyes, duck, and clam chowder, and the question came up, if you could live in any movie for the rest of your life, which movie would it be?" Both my companions blurted out their answers immediately. The Godfather and My Big Fat Greek Wedding, as I struggled to remember the plot of the last movie I had watched, alarmingly aware that I had viewed it just 48 hours ago. It was about woodpeckers. It was called Woodpecker. She then introduces the main thesis of the article. There are two types of people. Elephants, who effortlessly recall plots, themes, characters, and endings, whether they be fictional or from their own life. And goldfish, in honor of our patron saint, an animal whose memory span has been measured to be between 3 seconds and 5 months. I think you can probably guess which side I am on. Elephants can remember several movies or books simultaneously as if they were presented to them on a menu. The opening scene of The New World, the ending scene of The Great Gatsby. They do not confuse Crime and Punishment with War and Peace. In addition, elephants apply their enviable powers to personal life. Every goldfish has listened to an elephant tell a story in which she, the goldfish, allegedly was present. The goldfish cannot recollect the event, not one bit. The author then continues to describe how the dinner went for her after this question was presented. Our clam chowder arrives and my dining companions press me for the name of a movie that I would most want to live in for eternity. My mind has been flipping not through movies, but through fears. Early onset Alzheimer's disease, undiagnosed brain injury, shrinking brain, is there such a diagnosis? Stupidity and dullness. I panic and say Castaway because I think it would be nice to be alone on a beach first. At least no one would be quizzing me in ways that reveal a memory held together. At least no one would be quizzing me in ways that reveal a memory held together by duct tape. They say Castaway is a dumb choice because Tom Hanks has to pull out his own painfully rotten tooth. I'd forgotten that part. The author then goes into some of her theories about why this is the case. I read that traditionally, groups of people worked as a unit to house memory. Mom, she's the one who remembers the name of that backwoods cabin the family retreats to on occasion. Dad, he's the only one who remembers how to get there. But as a Google nation, we no longer turn to family, but to devices to complete the loop. Forget memory. I should be cheered by this outsourcing as it will level the playing field for us goldfish. But I feel saddened. Do I not want to live in a world of goldfish? I do not. Well, let me tell you, Carolyn, I do not either. This article sent me because I am the most goldfish of goldfish. I don't think I have that bad of a memory when it comes to stories I was actually in or a part of, but when it comes to anything I have ever watched, even like history, I've always been bad at history, stories, even Bible stories. I can't remember them for the life of me, guys. I've never been a movie person. I mean, I like going to the movies with my family and my friends, but I can guarantee you, once like a solid 3 days has passed, I don't remember the plot of that movie. I don't remember the names of the characters in the movie. A couple months from now, if you ask me if I watched that movie, I won't remember. My mom just asked me yesterday if I've ever seen some popular 80s movie, and I literally don't know. It is highly possible that I have watched that movie before and I just don't remember it. I have theories for why this is, but I don't feel very confident in any of them, if we're being honest. My friends have asked me before, like, do you just not like fiction? Like, that's okay if you're just not really into fiction. If you don't care about something, of course you won't really remember it. Well, I don't know, because I feel like I like reading. Like, if I read a book, if I start a book, I want to finish it. I want to know what happens to the main character in the end. But compare that to any movie or TV show ever. If I start a movie, it can even be a good movie, like comparatively to the other movies I've seen. I can even kind of like the movie. If I died in the middle of that movie, I would be satisfied not knowing what happens to the main character. I just can't get myself to care. And I have been asked before, what is your favorite movie? I can't think of any movie I've ever watched. Literally, let me name a couple movies I've watched. Okay, The last time I went to the movie theater, we saw Emma. Didn't really enjoy it, but I liked the cinematography. Usually when people ask what my favorite movie is, I say La La Land because I watched that movie like 5 times, so I actually kind of remember part of it. But what else have I ever watched? I mean, I watched like a bad movie on Netflix with my mom called no, it wasn't on Netflix, it was on something else, Amazon Prime maybe. No, Demand? I don't know. It was called Antiquity. It was horrible, but I laughed throughout the whole thing. I watched a movie with my friend Kuma. That was really bad. I watched 2 with her that were really bad, both involving Noah Centineo, I think. Was he even in the second one? I don't even know. But then we start getting into, I don't know what else I've watched. Like, I've seen most of the Avengers movies, I think. And I think I've seen a lot of the other superhero movies. I tend to like those. But like, I don't know how many Iron Man movies there are, and I don't know which ones I've seen. I could have very easily seen the first one and the third one and not seen the second one, and it just wouldn't have even mattered because I wouldn't remember the first one or the second one by the time I got to the third one anyways. That's horrible! Anyways, my point is, if you're gonna say it's because I don't like fiction, well then what do I like? Do I like nonfiction? No. Because of how bad my memory is with movies and with TV shows, I just never watch them, honestly. And I think that this is an unpopular opinion. Judging by the popularity of Netflix and how people just assume I watch it and I know the most popular movies and actors, there have been a handful of series that I have finished on Netflix, like TV shows. But recently I was trying to remember what they were, and I literally couldn't even remember some of the biggest ones. Ones that I have spent hours upon hours of watching. I couldn't even remember that I watched them. And then people are like, well, what do you do when you're not watching Netflix all the time? I guess I like YouTube a little bit better because I feel like it's real people, so it matters. Whereas like when I'm watching a movie, if I don't watch the ending of the movie, I just don't really care. Because in my head, I'm like, well, it's not real, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't even agree with my own opinion on that. And what makes even less sense to me is that I make videos and I really like editing and I really like color grading and like finding the perfect shot and like directing people. I even really like acting. So you would think that I would care more about the stuff that I like to do. I will say, like, the only thing that got me through the movie Emma was thinking about how the director was like putting together the shots and like maybe what the actors were told to do and like thinking about the set and the costumes and the makeup. Like, I think all that is super interesting, but it just doesn't make me care about the actual plot of the movie. So all of that being said, if you're ever talking to me about a movie or something, you can just go ahead and assume that I haven't seen the movie and that I also don't know who the actors are. That's another thing, because I never watch movies. I don't know any actors. Even the most popular actors you can think of. The very most popular ones you can come up with. Brad Pitt. He's the first person that comes to mind. I don't even know what he looks like. He's an actor, right? I think he's an actor. Don't know what he looks like. Could not tell you a single movie he's been in. I think he's married to Angelina Jolie, but I don't know if she's an actor. I'm assuming she is. I don't know a single movie she's ever been in either, or what she looks like.
Hello?
What's the most popular actor you can think of?
Off the top of my head, Brad Pitt.
That's who I said too. Okay, who else?
Seriously? I don't know why Julia Roberts comes to my head.
Okay, Julia Roberts. Got it. Thank you. I don't know who that is. I know that she has been in stuff that I've seen before. If you showed me a picture of her, maybe I could put 2 and 2 together. So yeah, if you want to talk to me about a movie or an actor, that's fine. I will just go ahead and give you the free pass to assume that I'm dumb and I don't know who it is. Also though, that being said, I'm the perfect person to talk to after you've seen a really good movie or a really bad movie. Because first of all, you can use spoilers. I'm not gonna watch it. Second of all, even if I was gonna watch it, I'll forget everything you told me by the time I do. Third of all, since I care so little about movies, but I still like being in the know, I kind of appreciate someone just saying like, look, this is the rundown of the most popular movie right now, and this is what I thought of it, and this is what you need to know. Saves me a lot of time so I don't have to watch the actual movie. That is all I have to say about the topic. If you have a similar opinion, please comment down below, and if you don't have a similar opinion, I don't even want to hear it. I feel bad about myself already. On that note, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I post a new video every Saturday. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you all soon with another video. Bye!